Number 6. AFE Tower. At 116 meters tall or 382 feet, this building was the tallest tower to ever be demolished in Europe. The AFE Tower was a part of the campus of the Goethe University in Frankfurt, Germany. Their new plans gained a lot of attention in the media, and over 30,000 people watched the implosion live on site in 2014. With a loud bang, the concrete skeleton around the building core was brought down first. A few seconds later, the building core itself was separated by two blasts on the 5th and 17th floors. One part fell to the south and the other part to the north. After the property stood vacant for a few years, to the regret of the Goethe University students, a modern residential and hotel tower known as 140 West was built. Number 5. Building in Xi'an City. In November of 2015, a 118-meter or just over 387-foot tall building known as the Golden Flower Building was demolished in Xi'an City, China. It was the tallest skyscraper ever to be demolished in the nation. The high-rise building was originally built in 1996, but it had not been used for decades. It seemed too expensive to try to remodel the tower, so China ultimately decided to hire the Pengcheng Explosion Company to get rid of it. The company started off by digging a 13-foot deep trench around the perimeter to reduce the impact of the explosion. With the help of 1.4 tons of dynamite and 12,000 detonators, the building came crashing down into pieces. While the demolition was quick, clearing up all of the 66-foot-high piles of debris took over 70 days. Once the area was cleared, construction of a new commercial complex immediately began, with stores and residential spaces. Number 4. J.L. Hudson's Department Store. Built all the way back in 1911, the J.L. Hudson Department Store in Detroit, Michigan had one of the wildest demolitions of all time. After over 80 years of operation, J.L. Hudson's department store was demolished in 1998. "20,000 people watched the implosion. The blast was so strong that it broke the windows of retail stores nearby that had already been abandoned. It even accidentally damaged the Detroit People Mover, an elevated train in the city. Since then, construction of a 912-foot or 278-meter tall skyscraper started in the area and will probably open in 2022. Number 3. Brayton Point Power Station. Although this one is technically not a building, the demolition of the Brayton Point Power Station was epic. The coal power facility in Somerset, Massachusetts first opened in the 1960s and operated until May of 2017. Years after the plant closed, the company who owned the facility decided to demolish two of the plant's cooling towers in 2019. The explosion set a world record for the tallest cooling towers to ever be blown up, with each building standing at 500 feet, or about 152 meters. People from all over New England traveled to the Brayton Point Power Station to see the demolition live. Number 2. Mina Plaza. The plaza included 4 separate towers standing at 165 meters or 541 feet in the air. Although they planned to continue with construction in 2014, the building was left abandoned because of financing issues. In 2020, the government in the capital decided to demolish the buildings. Not only was it considered to be an eyesore, but the demolition was part of a bigger plan to redevelop the port of Mina Zayed. They analyzed the building and surrounding areas to have the safest demolition possible. By using 13,000 pounds of plastic explosives, the towers tumbled to the ground. 3 of the buildings imploded first, but after 10 seconds, all 4 were turned into giant piles of rubble. Number 1. Power Station Westerholt. Standing at 337 meters or 1,105 feet tall, the chimney of the power station Westerholt was the tallest controlled structure ever to be demolished. The chimney was built in 1981 in Germany. When the power station was decommissioned in 2005, the chimney met its unfortunate fate a year later. The structure was blown up at 2 different levels, with one explosion towards the bottom and one in the middle. So many spectators showed up to record the blast and take pictures that it actually delayed the team from being able to demolish the building on time. Soon, the chimney was nothing more than a